last time, I will be hour for hour, day for day, in a plane to Stockholm. I will be leaving France and permanently moving to Sweden. I don't have much of a plan. The only thing I know I'm going to do is crash at a friend's for a few days or weeks, and then we'll see what happens. But until I do so, I felt like doing a little ritual. So it's funny for me because right now I am in a flat, so there are people, I guess. Well, not right now because it's Monday, so people are working. I'm still in my PJs, as you can see. I still need to shower, but that's part of the ritual as well anyway. So yeah, so I'm not used to do rituals with people around because rituals are something usually very intimate, which is not the same as sharing it with you. And one thing you need to know about rituals is that you don't necessarily need it to be, you know, something that you read in a book, making a lot of smoke, or something that that you need to follow with a lot of discipline. I mean, the only discipline you truly need is just the one of your intuition. The way I work for rituals is that I simply just connect to the moment and I just do what I feel like it's right for me to do. Simple as that. So I'm gonna, yeah, just bring you along with me for this ritual. Okay, so guess what? I actually had to interrupt right at the beginning my ritual. Why is that? Because someone above me is doing some works and they were finishing, and I'm just on the ground floor, and the guy is parked just in front of my terrace. So he started to, you know, put everything very noisily back into his car. And yeah, so you see, this is why I just cannot live in the city. I just can't. I mean, I'm just sick of having people, that many people around me all the time. I find it very invasive. I just don't understand cities. I really don't. So I might crash in Stockholm for a little while in Sweden. But if I have the opportunity to go in nature, I will, because that's the only place where I feel free enough to be who I want to be, and the only place where I feel like I'm not being invaded by everybody's life every second of every day. So yeah, anyway, back to the ritual. Okay, so the guy isn't deciding to leave. It seems that he went back upstairs to do some work, so I'm just gonna get on with it, okay? So let me show you the props that I have. So first you're going to need some matches, but that's a given. In terms of, you know, actual tools that you will need for, well, no, it's not tools, it's just, you know, items for your rituals. It's very personal. It's just up to you. So here's what I have. So I have this necklace that is a crystal, let me see, yeah, quartz made with a bullet case. Okay, it's not working. So I bought this about 12 years ago. My role model for the longest time was Lara Croft, the one and only. So I was very much into the fighting warrior mode, and when I saw that necklace a while back, I was in awe. I was like, oh my god, this is me in a necklace. But it's not really me anymore, plus I haven't worn it in ages. Literally, I've forgotten about it. The only reason I have it now is because I reopened boxes when I moved here, and when I sorted through my stuff, maybe there will be a video about that, and I found it back. So it was rusting in boxes for probably a solid 5 years, and yeah, I just feel like putting it into the fire, so it will, because it's a symbol of, you know, just me offering and giving in and giving up on this fight mode, because this fight mode is the pattern I think that broke when I had my mental breakdown a few days ago. I just, you know, I was out of fuel. I didn't have the energy to not be authentic anymore, and I still don't have the energy to fight. Like, I just want things to go smoothly. I'm done fighting. Doesn't mean I won't be standing up for things that I believe in. It's just I'm just done. So this is a symbolism of that. And there is still a little witch pot, because you see there is still a crystal. I actually thought of using it as a pendulum, but no. I mean, the chain is rusty, and I know it's just too much of a momentum of way back to keep, and I have plenty of other pendulum, so this one is going. Then, more recently, I have done this little oath. So basically this one is literally the epitome of a modern witch. So basically this is made, you know, it's solid, and inside you have the bottom of a toothbrush. So I use those wooden toothbrush to brush my teeth. And this one was supposed to be rechargeable, so I could just remove the head and then put another one back in. It didn't work. The pivot thingy got stuck inside the handle, and this is the handle of that toothbrush that I used. Bear with me for a second, please, because I live downstairs. And so I decided, I just felt like, you know, I had a few, I think it was a month ago, I could already feel something was going on, and I just decided to make an oath for myself in French, that I wouldn't waste any more time watching series and, you know, living a life through a screen instead of, you know, living it fully the way I usually do. Well, that didn't happen straight away, because as I was saying, I didn't have any energy. I was kind of slowly burning down. So I did stay in front of TV shows for a few more weeks, but that's okay, and I'm ready to let go of that. So this is why I'm burning it. And the reason we burn things, it's to, for rituals mainly, it's to let them go. It's just to, yeah, let go. Accept that this is not yours anymore. The universe will take care of it. It's a way to send a message. It's like sending it to the post. The fire pit here, the fireplace, it's like a mailbox to witches. So here's a secret, you're welcome. But I'm sure many of you know it already. Then we have hair. Yeah, gross, I know, I won't be showing it too much on the screen. Why hair? That's actually a topic I think I'm going to cover into another video, because there's a lot to why witches and anybody doing rituals could use fingernails, you know, and hair and anything that is, you know, like sort of dead, you know. It's kind of related to shedding skin and making an offering without cutting your wrist, as you can see in all of the series and movies with witches or vampires or werewolves or anything supernatural. You don't necessarily have to give your blood. But spoiler, if you are a woman watching this video, you can actually use your period blood. It works too. And then we have this. So this is actually kind of special. That's a relic from my childhood. A very big relic. It doesn't look like much now, but back when I was 9, yes, 9, this used to be some kind of small piece of scarf. So I remember I was at school and we had this workshop where we could create dolls out of fabric. So that's what it is. I created this doll and it became some kind of a, you know, like you know, the thing that you keep to fall asleep at night when you're a kid. I don't know the name in English, but that was it. And I used to, you know, just rub it in my hands to just soothe me and, you know, rock me to sleep in a way. And yeah, again, I'm ready to release that, because tethering me to someone that I'm not anymore and that I'm ready to let go. It doesn't mean I'm not connected to my inner child anymore, not by any means. It's just, it's something that, sort of always kept my right hand busy, and it was keeping me tethered to some kind of need of safety, which I still have, but in order to get it, I have to let go of it. You follow? Hang on. Okay, so there was another interruption from our dear friend on the other side. And I don't mean the devil. Although, no, I'm kidding. And then the other thing I usually use for my rituals, it's poetry. Alchemical poem, to be exact. So, alchemical poems to me are a bridge between, or a marriage between alchemy, spells, and poetry. But to me it's kind of all the same. To me poetry is, it's kind of an alchemy thing. Every poetry to me, it's alchemy, it's spells, it's witchcraft, it's magic. So I figured I could read it to you, and this will go into the pit as well. But the unique thing about this paper, and that is very important to me, and it could actually empower your ritual, is that last time I got my period, I actually soaked this paper into my blood. So it doesn't look like much, but it was soaked into my blood for over 12 hours. And also this paper and this, sheet here, notepad, actually belonged to my grandfather on my dad's side. And I've been using it. I found it back a few months ago, a while back, at my dad's. And it wasn't used, half unused, so I figured, I'm not gonna buy a new notepad, I'm just gonna reuse the one that my grandfather did. And this is the last piece of paper of that notepad. So I think it's all very symbolic, because this ritual that I'm doing is one, to close the cycle, move on to the future that is happening now. But actually all rituals are, let's be honest, designed to move on to the next phases of our lives and to let go of the past, let go of things that don't serve us, and it's a way of being present in here and now, and to set an intention and to seal that intention by taking action. So rituals are our first step, and then you need to actually take action in the real life, not just wait for it to happen. You need to meet the universe halfway. Tether fold, tether falls. I release the tide hereby. Stone for anchor, scarf for relic. Creations to fire, and fire to creation. So begins the future that is near. Underneath the ashes of the oath beats the heart of gold, like in the stories of old. Peace for joy, safe for love, magic for life. All is fine, and the mystery is thine. Those poems just come to me like that. So I wrote this one literally yesterday night. I've had this paper since Halloween. I wanted to do something with it. I didn't know what. Yesterday, this word came to me. And this is kind of how I write. I'm blessed with this ability to just have words come to me. So, yeah, this is why I'm also kind of an author. This is why I write stuff and stories. I'm a storyteller. So of course I was bound to land on YouTube eventually. So anyway, I'm gonna wait until the work, if you can hear, I don't know, is being done. And then I'm gonna burn all of this. Here we go. Okay, so I came back inside so the smoke wouldn't get into the flat, but it is now done. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to leave the ashes to cool off, see what the winds blows away, and that what remains in this in the fireplace. I'm going to grab it, put it into a container, whichever kind of container you have, and I'm going to go and release it to the sea. But yeah, first I'm going to go and have a shower because, as you can see, hair kind of gross. But again, it's part of the ritual, because when you do a ritual like this one, you need to, you know, like sort of cleanse as well after and wash away what you've shed. And if you're at the point where you need to wash your hair, that's even better, because you're just cleansing your entire body, your entire self, and then you're brand new and fresh. So I'm going to go have a shower and move on to the next phases.